Hello everyone! So I just bought something really exciting and I wanted to share it with all of you. I have been saving for this Cricut maker for quite a while, and I figured that since I have nothing else to do right now than learn a new machine, why not? That's a lie. I actually have plenty to do. I just want to procrastinate, and this gives me an excuse. I am easily intimidated by new technology, so I did a little research before buying. Meaning I spent days watching YouTube tutorials and years dreaming of the day I would finally own one. So I know I'm pretty late to the Cricut bus, and there are many people who do really good unboxing videos and beginner tutorials. So even though I filmed an unboxing video, that's not what I will be posting today. No, I decided to show you the first project that I made with my Cricut, and you can watch me struggle to figure it out. But before that, I need to go back to the beginning. Back to when I designed this thing. So this started out as a simple sticker design, and I thought that's all it was going to be. But while working on the design, I felt inspired to make more and more and more. So this is my bunny mage. I wanted kind of a Halloween feel to it with some strong D&D vibes because it's not even October yet and I need more excuses to design a bunny in a little Gandalf hat. Sometimes a design just pops into my head and I don't need to make a ton of initial sketches to figure out what I want, and that was the case here. I knew exactly what I wanted the pose and overall design to be right when I started. The color scheme, however, was a little bit of a different story. I originally wanted to go with realistic colors because the inspiration came from a rabbit who belongs to a friend of mine, but that bunny is solid black and it's really hard to keep detail and get it to print correctly with such dark colors. And I realized halfway through that a purple and yellow color scheme would look much better. I also had to play around a lot with different line art colors and gradients because I didn't know what I wanted to do with that, so you see me trying a bunch of things and just trashing them all. I just ended up sticking with cell shading and flat purple line art, which I love. So I printed my stickers and cut them out, and I thought I was done. But I was not done. I then decided to make a small print, so I drew out a simple background with mushrooms and did some flat colors and basic shading and details, and then slapped a Gaussian blur on there because that's the quick way to make a convincing background. I wasn't happy with the realistic colors again, so I airbrushed some brighter colors on a separate layer and played around with some blending modes till I found something that I liked, and then we have the finished print. So I printed it out and cut it out, and am I done now? You should know better. We haven't even gotten back to the Cricut machine yet. I decided to do even more with this bunny, and I had some rose gold adhesive foil, so I thought I would make some decals for my sketchbook and any other flat surface in my studio I could fit him on. So I went back into Procreate, duplicated the line art layer and connected all the lines, thickening them up and making sure that the Cricut maker could cut them out cleanly. Once I was satisfied, I then saved him as a PNG file with a transparent background and imported him into my Cricut design space. I was very excited to find out that I can do all of this from my iPad and I don't have to go from my desktop to my iPad to my desktop to my Cricut and get confused. Once I get more comfortable with this program, I should be able to go into more detail for y'all, but for now, just watch me struggle. And speaking of struggles, figuring out how to size this thing was a little challenging for me because, well, these are inches and these are centimeters. And you probably know that, but I didn't, and it's not marked, and I thought that you shouldn't put a hanger thingy in first into the machine, but then I figured out that this side was centimeters and the program was in inches, and I wasn't about to do all that math, but don't worry, and don't overthink it like I did. The hanger thingy doesn't matter, and it's perfectly fine to put it in this way. Now, another struggle was the machine only came with a light grip mat, so I struggled to get the foil to stay flat and not peel up from the mat. I learned later you can use washi tape or masking tape to keep the edges down while you cut it if your mat isn't grippy enough, but I'll be ordering the medium grip mat so I won't have to worry about it. So after that, I pretty much just followed all the steps on the screen and let the machine do its thing. I selected vinyl as my material, and then I loaded it into the machine and I let it tell me what to do. I hit all the flashing buttons because when in doubt, always press flashing buttons. And then I promptly proceeded to panic when the machine pulled the mat all the way in, and I was like, no, don't cut there! Have I ruined it already? But it was all good. Once I was convinced that the machine wouldn't blow up, I sat back and let it do its thing. Once it was spat out of the machine, it was time to get to weeding. And no, not weeding the garden, weeding the vinyl. Though this phrase still is strange to me, and I don't get why they call it weeding. Wait, is it because you're weeding out the parts you don't want? Y'all, I just had an epiphany, so scratch that last part. Anyways, I ordered tools for this job, but they hadn't arrived yet, and my attempts using an X-Acto knife failed. But I did discover that you can use a seam ripper for this job. So there's a life hack for you. Not a useful one, but you know, it's there. So there we have it. There is the first project I made with my CRICUT maker. This is where you first came in. But I was not done struggling. No, indeed. I wanted to get this puppy, bunny, onto my sketchbook. But I didn't happen to have transfer tape. That had not yet arrived either. But I had the brilliant idea to use washi tape. Yes, another life hack for you. I've taught you so many valuable lessons today. You are welcome. I figured since washi tape doesn't have a strong grip to it, that it wouldn't damage the foil or leave behind a sticky residue like packing tape or masking tape might. So I got my widest roll of washi tape and made a sheet of it over the top of the design and carefully peeled it off of the backing and placed it onto my sketchbook. And wouldn't you know, it worked! I surprise myself sometimes. I'm in love with this design and really happy with my very first CRICUT project. I am definitely going to practice and get better using it and designing more projects. Be sure to check out the stickers and prints in my Etsy shop if you are interested. There is a link in the description, and once I get a bunch of these decals made, I will be listing them in my Etsy shop as well. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and have a great day. Bye.